first stop was at 193 Heights Drive in Northfield. We bought that property for 45. We're putting about 26,000 into it, so we're going to be into it for about 71. And it's in a neighborhood that we're going to list that property for about 139.9. So it needed kitchens, it needed baths, it needed carpet, paint, it needs new HVAC, new hot water tank, needs a new roof. The windows are savable, but we're going to walk away from that deal with at least $40,000 to $45,000 in profit. That deal was funded by a private lender. We borrowed from a friend of mine who has money in an IRA. They loaned us $80,000. So we bought the property and they were the bank. They gave us a loan for $80,000. So when that deal is done, $40,000 profit, we're going to pay our private lender their interest, and we'll walk away with that net after all expenses with between $32,000 to $35,000 after we pay our private lender. So that was our first stop. Our second stop was at 8973 Fair Park. We paid $45,000 for it. The rehab budget is $25,000, so we'll be into that for $70,000, and we're going to put that on the market also for $139.9. Walk away from that deal with at least $40,000 to $50,000 in profit, and the guys are half done. That house had 2 feet of water in the basement, so we had to do some mold remediation. Again, kitchens, bathrooms, carpet, paint, drywall, new garage, a lot of work on the outside, on the landscaping. That property will be ready in about 3 weeks from now to put on the market. And the house that we're in right now is 1467 Sunny Acres in Copley. We paid $53,000 for it. We put $20,000 into it, and it sold for $124.9. And net after all expenses, this one I funded. No private lender on this one. The net after all expenses of $40,200. And this house transferred. The new owner has keys. This is our extra set that we just got off of the water meter outside. So we're going to go put these back. So what did we learn today? Well, what we learned is, first of all, there are a ton of great properties, ton of good REO properties out there in the marketplace. Secondly, we can buy properties in my area for between 40 and 60, and they're going to need between 20 and 30 in rehab. So we're going to be into these properties for about $70,000 to $80,000 per house. The next thing that we learned is that we do the same thing on every property. All right, kitchens, bathrooms, new drywall, new flooring, carpet and paint primarily, plus a lot of landscaping on the outside. We don't do a deal unless we can make $40,000 profit or more, because when something goes wrong, something comes up and we got to put maybe a new septic tank in, or there's problems on an FHA appraisal, we want to make sure that we have a buffer there. Okay, so what can you learn from what we've discussed today? Well, the first thing you have to do is you have to focus on raising capital. You can't do big deals, 30, 40, 50 or more in profit without capital. Whether it's your capital or someone else's, you got to have capital. The cheapest way to fund these deals is through a private lender, without a doubt. The cheapest way to fund them is through a private lender. Okay, so raising capital is the key. Secondly, you got to focus on what you like to do. I like the numbers in the real estate business. I like knowing we can buy something for 50. We can put 25 into it, and we can sell it for 140. I don't like, tearing out drywall and putting in new kitchens and bathrooms and tile work. I don't like any of that stuff. Matter of fact, I stink at it. So it would absolutely be a bomb if I did that kind of stuff. So what I'm good at is raising money. What my brother does in these deals is he's our general construction manager. He takes care of all the work, fixing the properties up, getting the crews together. He's really good at that and he enjoys it. So I let him focus on what he's good at. I focus on what I'm good at, and we make a ton of money in the process, okay? So that's one of your lessons that you need to learn is, number one, go raise capital. Number two, focus on learning what you're good at and implementing that stuff in your real estate business, okay? Also, we know that we're going to need about $400,000 to $500,000 in capital to be able to constantly be turning 4 to 5 rehabs at a time. Okay, 4 to 5 at a time means we're going to close one every single month. Okay, And that's on top of all the other deals that we do that are lease options, lease option assignments, short sales, owner financing, and then all the transactions that we close through Sharp Concepts Realty, through my brokerage office, okay? So as you build your real estate business, just start with one deal. Go raise $80,000 to $100,000. Go find yourself a good REO property and then get started. That's the lesson that you need to learn, is go raise capital and go buy a good deal. Everything else will take care of itself.